Welcome back to another episode of our podcast, where we dive deep into the world of marketing, branding, and the unique challenges small business owners face every day. Today, we're going to explore the nuances of branding and marketing through a fascinating discussion that unpacks some of the most pressing questions for you as an indie hacker, solo freelancer, or small business owner. Let's kick things off by addressing a common misconception: the idea that branding is all about having a slick logo. Many businesses, especially those just starting out, spend an inordinate amount of time and resources obsessing over their logo, thinking that a fancy design will magically differentiate them in a crowded market. But the truth is, branding is much deeper than aesthetics. It's about the promise you make to your customers and what they can expect from you every time they engage with your business. Think about it this way. If Nike were to open a hotel, we could pretty much guess what that experience would be like. It would be dynamic, innovative, and focused on their core values. On the other hand, if a hotel brand like Hyatt were to release a sneaker line, we'd all be scratching our heads, wondering what that even means. Why? Because Hyatt operates more like a commodity than a brand. They're known for consistent service, but they lack the distinctiveness that allows customers to form emotional connections. So, what does it mean to build a brand? It means establishing clear expectations with your audience. A strong brand is a shorthand for what customers can expect from you. If you're not offering something distinct, you're essentially just competing on price, which is a dangerous game. As a small business owner, you want to create value that goes beyond the basic product or service you offer. Now, let's pivot to a critical concept: understanding your target audience. Many entrepreneurs make the mistake of thinking they can cater to everyone. This is a recipe for disaster. Instead, identify the smallest viable group of people who resonate with your work. These are your people, the ones who care about what you do and are more likely to engage with your brand. This brings us to the concept of culture. As marketers, we need to recognize that our work is about making change happen. But what kind of change? That depends on who you're trying to reach and what matters to them. To put it simply, people like us do things like this. This phrase captures the essence of community and belonging that you need to tap into as a brand. As you think about your marketing strategy, consider whether you're approaching it from a brand marketing perspective or a direct marketing perspective. Brand marketing is about creating a narrative and establishing an emotional connection with your audience over time. It's about pulling them in, building trust, and making them feel like part of something bigger. On the other hand, direct marketing is more transactional. It's about pushing your message out and generating immediate returns. For example, think about the ads you see during back-to-school season. Those are direct marketing tactics designed to generate quick sales by offering discounts. However, the challenge with direct marketing is that it can be expensive and often leads to a race to the bottom, where businesses compete solely on price. As a small business owner, you want to be careful about how you approach direct marketing. The key to success lies in balancing both strategies. Use direct marketing to drive immediate sales, but don't lose sight of your brand's long-term vision and values. Now, let's talk about one of the most noteworthy case studies in brand marketing: Nike's campaign featuring Colin Kaepernick. Nike took a bold stance by aligning with Kaepernick, who represents a powerful cultural movement. This move resonated with their core audience, people who value authenticity and social justice. However, it's essential to recognize that Nike's strategy worked because it was authentic to their brand DNA. They didn't just jump on a bandwagon. They made a calculated decision that aligned with their values and their audience's beliefs. As a small business owner, you need to be cautious when considering similar moves. Authenticity is key. If you attempt to align with a cause that doesn't resonate with your brand, it can backfire. So, how can you ensure that your marketing efforts are genuinely aligned with your brand? Start by understanding the difference between demographics and psychographics. Demographics focus on who your audience is: age, gender, income level, while psychographics dive into what they believe, what they value, and what motivates them. If you want to reach your ideal audience, you must build empathy for them. Start by defining what you believe and who you want to serve. From there, you can craft messages that resonate deeply with your audience. In the age of data, it's also crucial to leverage the insights available to you. Using tools to analyze customer behavior can help you understand what resonates and what doesn't. But remember, the goal is to connect with your audience on a human level. As we wrap up the first half of this discussion, remember that building a brand is not just about selling products. It's about creating a community and establishing trust with your audience. Focus on providing value, understanding your customers' needs, and being authentic in your marketing efforts. Stay tuned for the next half of this conversation, where we will dive deeper into actionable strategies for effectively implementing brand marketing principles in your small business. Whether you're an indie hacker, solo freelancer, or a small business owner, there's plenty more to explore, and I can't wait to share it with you. As we move into the latter half of our discussion, let's focus on a critical aspect of business that often gets overlooked: the importance of empathy and understanding your audience's needs. Many entrepreneurs find themselves in a situation where they have a product they believe is fantastic, but they struggle to connect with their audience. This disconnect can often stem from a lack of understanding of their target market's true desires and pain points. If you're developing a product or service, consider whether you're truly immersing yourself in the subculture of your target audience. This doesn't mean you need to become an expert overnight, but rather you should take time to listen and learn from those who do belong to that world. Whether that means joining online forums, attending relevant events, or even conducting informal interviews with potential customers, the goal is to gain a genuine understanding of their experiences and needs. For example, if you're creating a new fitness product, don't just rely on market research reports. Instead, engage with fitness enthusiasts. Understand their routines, their frustrations, and their aspirations. This kind of first-hand knowledge will help you build a product that speaks directly to them. It's about more than just functionality. It's about crafting an experience that resonates on an emotional level. Now, let's talk about mission-driven companies and the power of purpose in business. The idea behind a mission-driven approach is to align your business goals with a greater purpose. This can not only differentiate your brand, but also foster deeper loyalty among your customers. Think about brands like Tom's or Warby Parker. Their missions aren't just marketing strategies. They're central to their identities. If you're not yet operating with a mission-driven mindset, it's time to consider what your business stands for beyond profit. Reflect on your values and the impact you want your business to have on the world. This doesn't mean you have to give away shoes or donate a portion of your profits. Your mission could be as simple as improving your community or enhancing the lives of your customers through better service or products that promote well-being. What's crucial is that your mission remains consistent, even if your business model evolves. As you think about your brand, ask yourself, what change do you want to create? Who are the people you aim to serve? By answering these questions, you'll be better equipped to develop messaging that resonates with your audience and inspires them to become advocates for your brand. Next, let's address the concept of white space in marketing. As small business owners, we often feel pressure to compete in crowded markets, but there is always an opportunity to find unique positioning. White space refers to the gaps in the market that are not being addressed or the unmet needs of a specific audience. Identifying white space requires creativity and a willingness to think outside the box. To uncover white space, start by examining your competitors. What are they doing well and where are they falling short? Are there customer segments that are being ignored? Perhaps there are specific features or services that customers are clamoring for but aren't being offered. This insight can help you carve out a niche for your business, allowing you to offer something genuinely distinct. Let's take a practical step here. Compile feedback from your customers. Utilize surveys, social media polls, and direct conversations to gather insights about their experiences. What do they wish existed? What problems are they facing that your competitors aren't solving? Use this data to iterate and innovate your offerings. Now, as you build your brand, remember the importance of authenticity. In an age where consumers are bombarded with marketing messages, authenticity stands out. Your audience can sniff out insincerity from a mile away. This is why aligning your marketing efforts with your core values is essential. For instance, if your business prides itself on sustainability, don't just slap a green label on your products. Be transparent about your practices, from sourcing to production. Share your journey and the challenges you face in maintaining those standards. This vulnerability can create a powerful connection with your audience. Finally, let's touch on the idea of better, not more. As small business owners, we often feel the need to scale quickly and reach larger audiences. However, focusing on quality over quantity can lead to better long-term relationships with your customers. Instead of trying to serve everyone, concentrate on creating exceptional experiences for your core audience. This approach ties back to the notion of building a community around your brand. When customers feel valued and seen, they are more likely to become loyal advocates. Encourage engagement through personalized communication, exclusive offers, and inviting feedback. Create a space where your customers feel they belong, and watch your brand loyalty flourish. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a few actionable steps. First, take the time to define your mission and ensure it aligns with your values. Second, invest in understanding your audience deeply. Listen to their stories, their needs, and their dreams. Third, identify white space in your market and innovate accordingly. Lastly, Strive to create authentic connections and focus on providing better experiences rather than simply chasing growth. In the world of business, the journey is just as important as the destination. Embrace the process, remain true to your mission, and remember that every interaction is an opportunity to build lasting relationships. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found value in our conversation, and I look forward to sharing more insights in our next episode. Until then, keep building, keep innovating, and keep making a difference in the world through your work.